This mandala healing recording is about the time period in each of our incarnations before we really have conscious memory. So, from the time we come into the womb, whether we're human or whatever creature we are, when we are in that process of being created, and then we're born, and we have experiences before we have a grip on language, memories have difficulty sticking in our conscious minds. But our subconscious is full of these memories and a lot of patterns that are created for our particular lifetime are formed during that time period. And a lot of times we have these things in our lives that don't seem to fit, and we're confused about why we feel the way we do about certain people, places, things, colors. There's all of these different associations that we make in these infantile stages of our development that perpetuate throughout our lifetimes and set vibrations up that influence our lives. So what we're going to do in this recording is we're going to take that time period in each lifetime. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up all of the incarnations we've had since all the way back to our essence origin. And we're going to kind of pop up that time period on our timeline from the time that we come into incarnation until our memory really kicks in. It's around the age of 3 or 4 years old for humans. And we're going to take those time periods and all of the patterns that have formed during those time periods, we're going to pop those up. And all of the trauma, all of the hardships, all of the anger, frustration, sadness, all of the lower vibration energies and patterns and beliefs that get formed during that time period, we're going to start releasing those. And we're going to bring in the tubes again, and we're going to start sucking out that energy through all of those time periods. And we're going to go back to essence origin, and we're going to connect all of those time periods in all of those lifetimes back to essence origin, and we're going to bring the essence origin energy into those time periods to help heal all of those energies, all of those times, all of those spaces that held those lower vibrational energies. And we're going to bring in the essence origin energy, and we're going to fill up all of those spaces that are voids now. The essence origin energy is going to cleanse those and give a remembrance to those time periods. Remind us that we're whole, remind us that we're love, remind us that we are peaceful beings, and that we're one with Source. It's going to bring that remembrance into those time periods of our lives. Next, we're going to go into our feet, and we're going to ground. This is something that people who spend a lot of time in the ethereal realms, a lot of light workers, a lot of very highly sensitive people have difficulty grounding. And this makes it hard to get things done in our lives. So what we're going to do is, if our roots need help, we're going to infuse them with energy first and charge them, make them bright. And then we're going to start working those into the ground. If the energy feels strong or doesn't feel good, those are going to start being wrapped in whatever comfort they need to be wrapped in order to ground themselves. And they're going to go deeper and deeper into the earth. And I want you to breathe in that earth energy and breathe it back out. Take several deep breaths in doing this. And then we're going to look at our crown and we're going to open it up and we're going to make sure that that's connected to source. A really large beam of white light source we're going to be bringing into our being. And as that white light comes in, it's just going to cleanse everything in our being. And we're going to take our aura and we're going to start by hugging our aura with the large hands of the divine. And we're going to start putting the tone back in our aura. We're going to go from the crown chakra layer to the third eye layer, the throat chakra layer, the heart layer, solar plexus layer, the sacral layer, and the root layer. We're going to set up that tone, and that's just going to help to clear out that excess energy that's stuck there. Next, we're going to go into our mother's side of the family. And this just isn't our present mother. This is all of the earthly mothers, all of the incarnate mothers that we've ever had in our physical incarnations and our energetic incarnations. And we're also going to go into the maternal side of our soul families. Trauma gets passed down. Different patterns get passed down energetically through DNA and through experiences with our mothers and our fathers. We're going to start on the mother side, and we're going to go in and we're going to release all the patterns from the DNA that's been passed down to us, all of the traumas and all of the lower vibrational energies that have been passed down through that DNA, and we're going to start releasing all of those from our physical mothers and from our soul family mothers, the maternal side of the family. Not just our mothers, but our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our great-great-grandmothers. We're going to go back as many generations as we possibly can until we get back to essence origin. Next, we're going to go to our father side. And the mother process is still working. All of the processes that we start continue to work for 4 or 5 days. Now we're going to go to the father side, and we're going to pull up all of those patterns, all those DNA patterns, all of the lower vibrational energies that do not serve us through all of our physical fathers that we've had in our incarnations and our soul family fathers. And we're going to release all the patterns in those DNA strands that have been passed down to us from our fathers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, our great-great-grandfathers, and so on, all the way back to our essence origin. And we're going to pop up the periods in between our lifetimes where we have contracted and picked up all of the energies of diseases and maternal and paternal patterns and all the vibrations that we picked up going through the transitions between lifetimes, going from incarnation to source and from source to incarnation, that have affected our DNA. I'm going to pop all of those time periods up, and we're going to release all of that energy that's held in there that no longer serves us. And we're going to do this all the way back, all our lifetimes, all the way back to essence origin. this concludes this Mandala healing recording.